Yeah, that's some great Chelsea Cutler. I don't know if you guys have heard of him before, heard of her before. All right, Week 12 fantasy football fantasy recap. Cam Hen, the fantasy man. There's something we have to address, elephant in the room, so to speak, before we start this video. People have been putting out their, I guess, Spotify rewinds lately, and so here we have Ashton. I don't know what much to say, but Ashton first, Chelsea Cutler, Chelsea Cutler, Chelsea Cutler. Don't know who that is. Chelsea Cutler. Now, some of you might be saying, who's Chelsea Cutler? It's this female artist right here that is by far Ashton's number one on Spotify. So do with that what you may. Arden Jones, I can only assume that that's a Christian rapper. Andy Mineo, Baby Keem, and Mac Miller. It's pretty dark, so just check on Ashton if you see him around, you're talking to him on Discord, just send out a little prayer for him because he's struggling. Chelsea Cutler, Ash, what are you, a 13-year-old girl? Then we got Dylan here, who basically looks like he is in a deep, dark depression. Linkin Park, Godsmack, Slipknot, 4 Days Grace, and Korn. Oh, sorry, 3 Days Grace. It says 4. 3 Days Grace. And then Logan. So we got Ash, who looks like a 13-year-old girl. Dylan, who looks like an emo kid from like 2001. And Logan with Mac Miller, Spacey Jane, Laney, John Mayer. Juice WRLD's good. But John Mayer, I mean, I don't even have, I just kind of want to put this on everybody's radar for people who didn't see these. But Logan having John Mayer and Spacey Jane in his top 5 is, I mean, it's not Chelsea Cutler bad, but that's pretty alarming. Anyway, worst matchup, Converse Sam blowout. Nobody cares. I'm going to try to zip through this. Alec versus Dylan, actually pretty close and important for playoff seeding. Worst injury luck was me. I had Mike Williams, late scratch. Jacoby Myers got injured mid-game when he was popping off. Played about 9% of the snaps. Kamara had a slight injury. He missed like a drive or two. Ash, most unlucky was the Najee thing. Najee got injured at halftime, putting him 0.2 behind Logan for the loss. Luckiest Logan because he got that 1 by 0.2 with Najee getting injured there. Dumbest move, Greg for sitting Miles Sanders when he popped off for like 35. I don't know what Greg was thinking there, but that was a horrible decision, and it was an extremely good matchup for Sanders. So I don't know what Greg was doing there. Doug for starting Gesicki. I can't think of a single reason. Sorry, I'm a little sick, but I can't think of a single reason Gesicki would have been on Doug's radar. Well, and you might say, well, he's been good. He's been horrible this year. Khan, smartest move. There wasn't a ton of smart moves. He picked up Pacheco last week, I understand, but him playing him, and I don't know, I just had a lot of respect for Connor picking up Pacheco and it working out how it has worked out. It's been really, really awesome for him. Best free agent move was Hunter picking up Latavius Murray. I think he'll be pretty good this year, or at least playable. Most annoying player is Doug. Just for overall toxicity, I feel like, well, this week he was all upset about my video because of the draft rankings. And, you know, the chat is a pretty toxic place. And I would say probably 75% of it is from Doug. It's very toxic in the chat, very toxic this week. And so there you go. He's got to get a few there for just overall toxicity. Stock falling is also Doug. Maybe that's the reason he's so toxic. 4 losses in a row. Stock rising is Hunter, 2 wins. Marquise Brown's back. Latavius Murray pickup. Garrett Wilson looks good with Mike White. DJ Moore has been better with Sam Darnold. So, best player Connor, awesome lineup, 176. Worst player Doug, sub 100, and he started Gesicki. Hunter had a huge dog in him. Huge win versus Doug. Put him in a great position to go to playoffs, but Hunter in a great position to go to playoffs and really just, shut Doug down. So here we go. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. This is our rankings here. Bobby stays number 1. Con stays number 2. Greg stays number 3. Will shoots up from 6 to 4. I shoot up because Will beat me, so 5. Hunter, is on the move, like I was saying. Alec is staying steady. Sam, whatever. You guys get it. The interesting thing is Logan now be the battle for 11-12th is pretty intense. Next week's worst matchup, man, I didn't put that in. Let's see. I'll just say it right off the top of my head. Not top of my head, but I'll look it up. 13. Oh my God, I already got a catch. I'd say worst matchup, Dylan versus Sam. Yeah, best matchup is probably me versus Hunter. Does huge playoff implications there. Oh no, my kicker already got a field goal. Interesting. Season segments. Nobody really coped up this week. We do a little strength of schedule here. Bobby has the easiest strength of schedule. His Ash Logan's combined record is 8-16, so he's a great playoff chance. Greg 8-16 plays Logan and Ash just in a different order, and he's got better matchups. He just has a better matchup. Will hits Doug and Hunter 12-12. That is Will's good chance with a pretty easy schedule there. I have Hunter and Doug, but I have worse matchups against them. So 12-12 have a good chance. Connor has Alec and Dylan 12-12. That's okay. That he's locked in already. Sam versus Dylan 12-12. You guys see what I'm doing here. Alec has the 7th hardest schedule with Con versus Sam. Dylan versus Sam and Con. Low playoff chance. Doug has a really tough one, 13-11 combined. He's got Will, then me. Hunter's got me, then Will. Ash has Greg, then Bobby. That's horrific. And then Bobby and Greg, 14-10. For those of you guys who are dumb and don't realize this, but this is their opponent's combined record. That's how we're doing this. So Bobby easiest with 8-16. Logan hardest with 14-10. Isn't it funny how the two worst people have the hardest record? Man, it's funny. Or hardest matchups. Not too many dabs this week. Logan for complaining about Lamar Jackson when he's the number 6 QB on the year. That's a dab. Greg for saying he'd rather have Gabe Davis than Godwin. That's 10 dabs. Greg did text me saying he didn't mean it, but I'm not buying it for a second. Greg for benching Miles Sanders, 15 dabs. Will for saying Rachaad White has stolen Fournette's job, 5 dabs. He hasn't stolen his job. Fournette was hurt 1 week. Doug for talking bad about Godwin just to spite me, even though he likes him, 5 dabs. Doug was like, Godwin's not that good. Doug said, I like Godwin, but he hasn't gotten 20 once. He's not. And it's like, Doug, you like Godwin. Like, why are you talking crap about him? The reason he's talking crap about him is because he's on my team. So 5 dabs. Doug for calling me biased, 2 dabs. I mean, that is insane to call me biased, Doug. Ash for displaying for the whole world to see that he listens to an absurd amount of Chelsea Cutler, 20 dabs. And, add on that, Logan for displaying for the world that he listens to John Mayer, 20 dabs right there. No, not that bad, like 10 dabs, like half as bad. But Doug for starting Gesicki, 5 dabs. Me for making this video every week, 10 dabs. I don't even know why I make this. It takes, a decent amount of time. It only makes me mad because everybody's mean to me after I make it because they're mad about what I say. So, yeah, 10 dabs. Dab leader of the week, Greg, 25 dabs. I'm going to throw dabs on here for Hunter for not going to the Hawks game. That's just ridiculous. He just texted me, I'm going to pass. Like, what am I, like, offering him a business deal? It's like, no, I'm going to pass. Like, okay, all right. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Wait, don't look. I thought that Logan won the Waddle for Pierce trade, but that is not the case. So that's where I was wrong. I think Greg will beat Logan. That is a lock. TikToks, I do want to do those real quick. Here's my pictures of Logan's stuff. Here's one. I just am really into the Deshaun Watson videos nowadays. If it'll play, let's see. Some of you might know where this is going.
1 more week
That's so. I love the Deshaun Watson stuff. All right, wait. There's another one. Okay, where is it here? Chelsea Cutler.
What guy on the scene would you least like to date your sister? Yo, the Cleveland Browns should do their version of that video this week. Just go around the locker room and ask everyone that question. What guy on the scene would you?
That's funny, I think. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this one up quick. Okay. Random rankings. Most likely to listen to an insane amount of Chelsea Cutler. Number 1, Ash. Number 2, Logan, because Logan was actually like the only other person I know that knows who that is, really. 3, everyone else. Look, that's Ash's number 1 listen to artist right there. Sorry, buddy. Toxicity rankings. Doug by far number 1. Greg number 2 as well, coming in with all that Gabe Davis talk. Dylan comes in low-key toxic. Whenever he talks, it's toxic. Will was very toxic last week. Ashton blows up at any moment, extremely toxic. Connor can be toxic, no doubt about it. It can happen when people are being toxic. I could do it. Logan, Hunter, not very toxic. Alec, it probably should be higher. He's just annoying. Bobby and Sam. Bench press rankings. Dylan, Logan. We haven't done this in a while. Cameron, Greg. I feel good about this list. Bobby, I'm assuming because Bobby's in the military. Doug, Connor, Ashton, Hunter, Will, Alex, Sam. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty accurate. Most gym talk, but no gains. So this rank or this list is who talks the most about the gym, but goes the least. So if you talk a big game but don't actually go, you're going to be number 1. If you do go to the gym and you talk about it, you'll probably be mid-tier. If you don't ever do anything, then you're at the bottom. So Hunter is a huge gym talker, never goes to the gym. And when he does, it's for like 2 weeks and then he stops. Doug, also big gym talker, talks about the gym, goes every once in a while, not enough though. Alec, honestly, should probably be 2. Alec says he goes to the gym. Every once in a while, he'll go to the gym. He'll stop as well, but talks a big gym game, gets no gains. Bobby, I have seen him work out. I've seen pictures of him working out. I've heard him talk about working out. I don't see the gains, so I can only assume that he should be high on this list. Connor, I've heard Connor be like, yeah, dude, I bench, like, my max is huge. And I'm like, what? Logan, see, now Logan talks a lot about the gym, but he goes. But so he's still got to be in the middle. Dylan, again, talks about the gym. He goes. Cameron, I do go to the gym. I don't talk about it a ton. Will, Greg, Ashton, and Sam just never even talk about it. But at the top of this list is important. That's all we got today, guys. Let's just all have a good week. Watch some football. And I can't even find a single by Chelsea Cutler. Here we go. All right. Have a good week, guys. Let's ride.